Hey everybody, welcome to Lucore Automotive. I guess this would be the second Lucore Live video we've ever done. This one's going to be a little bit different than the last one we did where we were talking about shop stuff as far as projects and things we have going on. As you see here, we are in the lounge / my office here at Lucore. If you haven't seen any of the new stuff as far as the vapor honing stuff goes, we're very, very excited about the vapor honing cabinet. I'm in here on a Sunday doing a little bit of practicing with some wheels, and realized we have a road trip coming up here. By we, I mean myself, Phil, and Paul are going to be going on a road trip, and we wanted to reach out to all of you folks who may be interested and may have some feedback and some information for us on this road trip. As the title and the thumbnail shows, this is the Fat Guys Food, Booze, Barbecue, and Blues trip. Normally speaking, we would be planning the 2,500 road trip, which is a $2,500 cars, 2,500 mile road trip. But anybody who's been in the used car market right now knows right now is a horrible time to try to buy a used car. So instead of trying to do the 2,500 this year, which is essentially almost impossible, at least for the springtime, we decided to kind of morph this project, still do a road trip, still do the friends thing, but to change it into a little bit more friendly and more budget friendly. So here's what we're looking for from all of you. We're looking to leave here in Columbus, and they're going to be doing this in April. We need to leave Columbus. We're going to head to St. Louis, Missouri, or the St. Louis, Missouri area. We're going to spend the evening there, and we'd like to find somewhere to do ribs, brisket, barbecue, taste of St. Louis. Also, we would like to do something as far as blues or live music goes, somewhere that's kind of fun, that's kind of interesting, possibly off the beaten path. Maybe that's not just your typical, chain bar or chain restaurant, whatever. While we're in St. Louis, experience some of St. Louis. Now, I did get to do some St. Louis in the late summer when I was there for the Hot Rod Power Tour. We did Sugar Fire Barbecue when we were in St. Louis. I'm a big fan of Sugar Fire. Very, very good food. But is there something else that's kind of a flavor of the locale that's maybe a little less chain, a little bit more personal? It doesn't necessarily have to be in St. Louis. It can be on the periphery of St. Louis. But we're going to be staying the night in St. Louis. That'd be nice. Does anybody know of a restaurant or a bar in the area that's good for blues or jazz or something cool that we could sit down and enjoy a libation with after our blues or after our barbecue? So that's what we're looking for. So our trip is, and we need some advice along the way, and that's why we're doing this, because I'm sure there's several of you people that are out there in this world. Where do we stop? What do you recommend? So what we're doing is we're leaving Columbus. We're headed from Columbus to St. Louis. We're going to spend the night in St. Louis. Next day, we're going to get up. We're going to head down to Memphis. We're going to spend the day in Memphis. We need a place or two to visit in Memphis because we'll be there by lunch. So something we could do for lunch and for dinner in Memphis. Following day, we're going to get up. We're going to head to Nashville, Tennessee. And we're going to, I think, spend 2 days in Nashville. So obviously we're going to have to do some of the touristy stuff in Nashville as far as the bars and restaurants and things go. But again, I would like something that's going to be some of the flavor of Nashville. That's less touristy, more local fare. Music should be a little easier to find in Nashville. It is kind of known for that. So, but if you know somewhere that's a good spot to hit outside of Nashville, or in Nashville that's something maybe a little bit off the beaten path and less touristy, let me know. We're going to leave then Nashville. We're going to head to Louisville, Kentucky, and would like to have something to do there. Now, there's obviously a party district in Louisville. There's obviously a party district in Nashville that we could certainly hit. But I want to do something that's kind of more flavorful. Again, I want something that's a little bit less chain, a little bit more interesting. So we have that trip coming up. Myself, Paul, and Phil are going to be on that one. You've seen Phil. He's the guy with the Pontiac Vibe GT that's been on this as well. I don't believe you've ever seen Paul on this trip, but we will, of course, film this entire thing and share it with you guys as we go. It's going to be in about, I think, 4 weeks from now is when we're leaving, and it's going to be like a 5-day trip. So just guys going out, having a good time. Unfortunately, the 2,500 just doesn't make sense for spring trip, at least. Maybe something in the fall, but this is a way that we can all kind of go out and have a good time and do what we wanted to do. So let me read some comments here. Yeah. Had a paragraph waiting. Sugar Fire, I'll be honest, I've had Sugar Fire in Indianapolis. I've had Sugar Fire in St. Louis. I've been pretty impressed. It is kind of a chain restaurant, but the quality of food is excellent. The brisket is their sweet tea is excellent. Their portion control is horrible, which as a fat guy, I love that. But if you know somewhere that's not Sugar Fire in St. Louis, absolutely, I'm interested. I know we do have one subscriber actually that I believe owns a barbecue restaurant that's like an hour north of St. Louis, so maybe that's an option. We're at the mercy of nobody, so we can do whatever we want to do, go wherever we want to go. So we are staying actually 2 nights, John, in Nashville. So Murfreesboro is not far from us at all. We're going to do 1 night in St. Louis, 1 night in Memphis, 2 nights in Nashville, 1 night in Louisville, and then head home. And obviously, we're going to be going through the whiskey trail here of Tennessee. So Western Tennessee, Central Tennessee gives us a lot of options as far as whiskeys and stuff. And then going into the Louisville area, Bardstown, Kentucky, Louisville. There's a bunch, Elizabethtown. There's tons of places as far as bourbon and stuff goes in that area. So I'm not saying we're going to do the bourbon trail or the whiskey trail, but it does open up a lot of options. But the thing that would really help us out, to be honest with you folks, we appreciate the mentions here in the live chat. But if you could drop comments in the actual video below, because it'll be a lot easier to keep track of all the options and the recommendations here. So put things in the comments. What you're thinking would be a good place, what city it's in, and then where your thinking was. Definitely interested in venues, something that we're going to be able to get some, not just food, but some good actual music. It's not that we just want to put on 5 pounds for over 5 days by eating good food. We would like some places that we can go out and have a good time as far as music goes, and maybe a stiff drink or two. So, Don, dude, had barbecue all over? Yeah, same here. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but I'm definitely a food kind of guy. So we're going from Columbus to St. Louis, St. Louis to Memphis, Memphis to Nashville, Nashville to Louisville, and then back home to Columbus. So what we're looking for are options and recommendations along that route to be able to basically eat barbecue everywhere we go. So St. Louis will be there for dinner time. I think we're going to do lunch in Indianapolis, which I have a spot already in Indy that I want to hit. St. Louis is open. Memphis is open. Nashville's open. Louisville's open. So that's why we wanted to get on here and ask, because I know we know guys that are all over the place. This is the nice thing about the internet, is you have the ability to connect to people that are, all over the country. I have no idea where most of you guys are from, but if you've been through these areas recently, and if you know spots that are kind of cool, that are a little bit, not on the normal trip, or not on the normal, hey, you need to hit this, that's really what we're looking for. Rick, I hope we do too, man. I'll be honest, the guys road trip thing is something that a lot of people never really understand, never really get to do. And I got to tell you, it's a blast. We don't really do the 2,500 road trip, but the price of used cars right now is just stupid. And trying to find people that can purchase a $2,500 car that they would drive 2,500 miles on right now, this market is you just can't do it. So, this is an option for where at least 3 of us could go out and have a good time on the road. Hey, you know what? We're not judging people on fatter guy or fattest guy. I'm a fat guy. You can be a fat guy too. Give me some advice on where to eat if you know this area. Actually, interestingly, Rick, I believe we're coming through that area for the Power Tour in mid to late June, I believe, as well. So keep in mind also there. Not on this trip, but we will be for Power Tour. We're coming, I think, straight through that area. You'll have to look it up. I know we go across the Deep South. We start in Memphis, and then we come across the South, and I think Power Tour ends in Atlanta this year. So I did actually have, when I was down in Alabama, Saw's barbecue, which was excellent, and I had a front porch swing, I think is what they called it. Was the drink. It's lemonade, sweet tea, and moonshine, which was quite tasty, followed by some very, very tasty, what did I have? Nanner pudding, which was also very, very good. So anyway, that's what we're on here looking for. We're looking for advice. If you know anybody in the areas, St. Louis, Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, if you know restaurants, if you know bars, if you know places that we need to hit while we're on these places, obviously we're going to video everything we possibly can as far as all these little spots. You can see us pigging out and stuffing our faces full of brisket and ribs. Maybe not so much on the drinking side of things, but we wanted to reach out to all you people that have traveled these areas or that are from these areas and get some input from you guys. As I said, put it in the comments. Because it's going to be a lot easier to keep this stuff coordinated. Let us know where you're thinking as far as food goes, drinks go, blues goes, where those spots are. That'll make things a little easier on us to keep them organized. So anyway, I'm in the shop today. Obviously, I'm doing a little bit of maintenance on the Volvo, doing some wheel cleaning. If you haven't seen it, this is the intake manifold Edelbrock that just came out of the cabinet with the vapor honing. Very, very impressed with that thing. I'm actually vapor honing my wheels off the Volvo at the moment. So I'm very excited to see how that's turned out. Hopefully it turns out really, really well. We'll see. Also, something we're going to have to talk about here in the very near future is going to be the Hot Rod Power Tour, now that this has kind of come up as far as across the South thing goes. The Hot Rod Power Tour is in late June or mid-June through late June. And I need to figure out what vehicle to drive. And I really would like some input from all of you guys as far as what you want to see us take. I guess there's a couple of different options that are on the table here. The AMX is still an option. If we bring that back out, show that off again, everybody can see the difference between last year when it was basically held together with spitballs, twine, and prayers. And hopefully a little bit more of a developed platform by June. The 70 Pontiac is certainly an option that you've seen now recently. Is moving again, has movement over its own propulsion here. That's certainly an option. There's a possibility of a Capri that would be running by then as well. Give us some feedback on what you want to see as far as what the Power Tour goes, and go from there. Appreciate it, Don. Again, give us some options. Phil, put those comments or those ideas in the comments so we can keep a list of those. Sugar Fire downtown St. Louis, 7th Street in Washington. Dude, I agree. That literally was one of my favorite things that I had in St. Louis. I've had it twice. Both times I've been in St. Louis lately. Sugar Fire was definitely on the list. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to Sugar Fire, but I want some other options as far as that goes. We are going to be staying downtown St. Louis, and that is easily within walking distance. Fantastic barbecue. Quantity is huge. They give you way too much food. Their sweet tea is freaking awesome. But I would like some other options. Do you know anywhere else that's in that area that would be interesting? Just to run Nashville to Dayton, and my favorite food is barbecue. I literally have barbecue every Tuesday. That is a part of my daily life, guys. I'm not BSing you this. Every Tuesday I have barbecue. It is barbecue day. So barbecue is very important to me. So is sweet tea. That's like a food group unto its own. Texas, South Carolina. Dude, I'm hoping to be in Texas here in the next couple of weeks. There's a Capri that's down there that we've been trying to hook up with a gentleman that bought it, I think in the Houston area, Dallas-Fort Worth area maybe. I don't know. he has a first-gen Capri that he needs to sell. I've been trying to get in touch with him for like the last 3 or 4 months. And as soon as he gives us a okay, I would love to come down there and grab some Texas barbecue and a Capri. But I'm waiting on that gentleman to get back to me. So, Ford Boss. Hey, I'll give his blog a shot, man. I want some ideas. Memphis barbecue, Paul, is something I don't believe I've ever really done Memphis barbecue in Memphis. So also keep in mind we're going to be leaving in the morning from St. Louis and headed to Memphis, which is just a short little trip. So the option of doing both lunch and dinner in Memphis is certainly a thing. So if you know 2 or 3 really good spots for barbecue in Memphis, put it in the comments, not just in the chat. Also, do you know, and I know this is kind of hilarious to ask this, but do you know anywhere that's good for blues and bourbon or whiskey on Memphis, in Memphis in the evening? I have a couple of ideas as far as where I want to go in Memphis, but I'm definitely open to options as far as advice goes. So again, anybody who's got ideas, anybody that's been through any of those cities recently that has a great spot that needs to be seen, that needs to be shown off, that needs to be in my belly, let us know. That's what we're here for. That's why we're asking for your help. Anyway, I got work to do. I've got wheels that aren't going to clean themselves, and I got to have this car off the alignment rack or off the rack before tomorrow morning so we can actually get some work done out of that bay. So anyway, I appreciate you guys chiming in. As I said, drop stuff in the comments if you would, please. If it's restaurant, if it's a place to drink, if it's a place to listen to good music in any of those cities, that's what we're really looking for. We're hoping for some advice, and then obviously we'll take you guys along for our journey. So thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're going to watch the Super Bowl tonight, hey, go Bengals. Ohio team finally doing something in the Super Bowl. Yay! Sorry if you guys aren't Bengals fans, but if you're in Ohio, you're a Bengals fan this weekend. Anyway, good talk to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the information. Again, drop it in the comments. If you haven't liked this, like it because you always need to. And I got work to do. See you again. Tomorrow we got a video coming out. Wednesday we got another video coming out. Friday we got another video coming out. So back to our regularly scheduled program on video production here. So take it easy, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy your rest of your weekend. And go Bengals. Enjoy the Super Bowl, boys. We'll see you later. Take care.